subscribe. Help us share our videos so we can reach the people in our area. You can help us spread the Red Dirt word.
Hey, this is Brian.
It's Jeff.
Red Dirt Cryptid Investigations. We are headed out to location to do a on-video anonymous interview with a lady and her family who have had some encounters at their house. They live outside of Crescent, Oklahoma, and they've basically been having weird things happen around the house for a period of years. They recently found us online and they reached out to us, so we're going to go out and talk to them and hear about some of their stories. So we'll take you with us.
Yeah.
You saw something out in the field, but
Yeah.
you're not sure what it was.
Yes. It was definitely upright walking at the tree line way back there.
Okay. And but it was the far tree line.
It was the far tree line.
How far do you think that is, Jeff?
3/4 of a mile.
3/4 of a mile. Was it all one color?
Well, from the distance, yeah. It's not like I've seen it really well. Obviously, if I'm seeing anything from over there, you're not going to be able to see details to it.
In the picture, it just looked black.
Yeah, that's what it looked like in real life.
And what time of year was that?
It's not this time. When it? Yeah, it was. It was.
It's awful hot to just be wearing all black.
And honey, there's nothing but
No, there's really nothing out there. But it was bipedally walking. You
Yes.
saw it.
Yes,
How-
I even saw its arms moving.
At that distance, if you saw the arms swinging, then it was that kind of backs
Okay,
it
maybe
up.
not like that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
At this distance, if you could see the arms at all, they were moving. So,
That would be pretty big.
and it was just kind of making a beeline from one direction to
That's
the
it.
other,
Yeah,
going from point A to point B. And
yeah.
Okay. So, how long was the whole sighting tops?
Maybe 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Huh. That's interesting. You know, if that would have been a normal human, a 6-foot-tall human, you would not have been able to even see it from this distance, let alone get a picture of it.
I didn't see it really well though, so I mean, yeah.
Well, most people don't. But again,
And it was also in broad daylight.
well, they move around during the daylight too. Because most of the pictures that we have of them are actually during the daylight.
Really?
You know, what the internet has to offer, the smorgasbord
I
of
did not
truth
know
that's
that.
floating around on the internet.
Yeah, I did not know that. Well, I mean, whenever I watch the Bigfoot shows, you always see them they're going hunting for them at night. So I figured they were maybe nocturnal. I don't know anything about it.
Well, they are nocturnal to a certain point, but the main reason why you see Bigfooters going out at night looking for them is because scary dark scenes tend to make better clickbait, and they, people tune into them a little bit more because people want to be scared. You know, I'm not trying to dog the ghost hunters or anything, but you know, the ghost hunters, everybody that watches that, they want to be a little scared when they're watching.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true.
Well, there is these little water runoff lines here, and I can see over here a bunch of sand plums, which is a food source. I can see those over there. This area is known for sand
Oh,
plums.
they're everywhere. Everywhere.
Alright, so go ahead and tell us about the tree incident here.
Okay, last summer, my son, my oldest son, was walking my brother out to his trailer because he stays out there. And whenever they walked outside, they said that they heard a monkey in this tree. And
What it is? How did they describe the sound?
without being ridiculous, mimicking the sound.
Was it
I don't know, like a monkey.
kind of a squeaky monkey
Yes,
sound?
like a small monkey sound.
Kind of
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I sound really ridiculous mimicking them. So, they ran up. They said that after they heard that, they looked at each other and they were like, "We're gonna go get my rifle." So they ran out to my brother's trailer to go get his rifle. So they grabbed his rifle, and they came back. They said whenever they come back, they heard something jump out of the tree and scurry away. They heard
tree.
that. This tree, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the next night.
Any idea what direction it ran?
No idea. My mom, sorry.
But it was dark, huh?
It was dark. Yeah, it was.
What time of night do you think that was? 10? Midnight? 2?
Yeah, no, it was like maybe 11. It wasn't that late. Maybe 10 or 11. It wasn't that late.
Okay. So
The next night was kind of confirmation.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know I keep saying this, but we always sleep with my window open. My husband was just drifting off to sleep, and I was awake playing video games on bed, and we heard a gorilla. We didn't hear a
Deeper.
monkey. Yes. We heard like a groan. I don't know. That's what we heard. And I hit my husband and I was like, "It's that monkey!" You know, like.
yeah.
And we
Funny,
all,
but it's not.
we both jump up and we ran outside. There was nothing there. And it's maybe 100 steps to the front door.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
Did it sound more like a
Yes.
very deep? Huh, that's really weird. Now you have chickens out here, you have ducks,
Yeah.
you have animals that they might be interested
Oh
in.
yeah.
Yes.
They're
That's interesting.
This place is a magnet. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna hypothesize that maybe they come up here and they wait that maybe they come up here and they listen for you guys to actually go to sleep. You know, I mean, I don't know if you guys are snorers or not, but
I've thought of that before because that's usually when stuff does happen.
right. Maybe they were just waiting for you to, you know, drift off to sleep so that they could go and snag a chicken or a duck.
Yeah.
And you've had livestock
Yes.
come up missing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were out. Was it nighttime when you heard the voice?
Yes. Yeah, it was nighttime.
Okay, and it came from out here.
Yeah, it was somewhere around in here. I know it was there. It wasn't out of the barn or anywhere behind the barn, but it was definitely over here.
And what did it say?
It screamed out my name,
Uh-huh.
and it sounded just like my sister.
Really? Did it sound? So it sounded feminine.
Yes,
Really? And it didn't say anything other than just your name?
just my name.
Huh. That's interesting.
And I came out and looked around, and nothing.
What time of the night was this?
It was probably about 9, anywhere between 9 and midnight.
It's hard to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think it could have been some kind of paranormal
Yes.
activity? I tabled the idea that it could actually be some kind of Sasquatch behavior.
Yeah.
We don't know. Well, we can agree to disagree, but the truth is neither one of us know. Have you heard anything else out here trying to talk? Was that a one-time incident?
Yeah, that was just that one time.
Now your sister heard something from the front of the house
Yeah.
calling her name, right?
Yes.
And she thought that it was you calling her name. But then after the next morning, you guys got to talking and found out that it wasn't.
Right.
So apparently, whatever it is hangs out around here enough that it's picked up your names. Now, has your husband ever had his name called?
No, but I mean, even the period that this has happened is like a year apart too. So it's not like back to back, you know.
What time of year? Do you remember what time of year it was that you heard the voice calling your name?
It was just last summer, so it was just a few months ago.
Last summer? So it would have been
Or wait,
No.
no.
August?
It would be like a year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah, I guess it was about a year. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
time flies when you're having fun. So it was summertime then.
Yeah.
And you heard it calling your name recently?
Well, that's what I thought it was calling, and then my brother's cat's name is close to mine, like the first 4 syllables are the same. So what I had heard, whenever I seen his cat run in the house, I was like, oh, he's outside calling for his cat. And I'm like, I'm gonna look at the time, because this is weird. This is weird, but I was too scared to go look to see what it was because of whenever he heard somebody calling his name in my voice, but I was too scared to go look. So
You
I was like,
already knew
ain't
something
no
was up.
way
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out there. Ain't no way. So I look at the time and it was like 11:33, I think. I sent you the message the next day and I told you about this and I put the exact time because the next day I remembered. It's been a couple of months now, so
So the time frame of both of you's encounters could have been about the same.
Yeah, and then I was
just
like,
a year apart.
I was like, why the heck would he be out there yelling for anything this late at night? And then the next day I asked him, I was like, what the heck were you doing? He was like, I was in bed by 9.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so there was another incident that involves the scream that you recorded. And all of you heard it?
Yeah, we all heard it. My son and my brother-in-law came and woke us up because it was late at night.
Uh-huh.
And then me and my wife got up and went out there and heard it in the field right across here,
Uh-huh.
across this fence line.
Which is out here.
Yeah, and it was like running up to the top of that hill and running back really, really quick.
You could see it,
We could just hear it. It was dark.
but you could hear it kind of
Yeah.
running. And this scream, did it scream? I noticed you got some of it on record. Did you get it? Was there a bunch of screaming that didn't get caught on
Yeah,
tape?
there was a bunch of it on tape.
So this went on for a considerable period of time.
About what, 30 minutes?
We were
it
out
went
here.
out- it was on-
We
it
were
was
out
going
there
for
for like 2
hours.
hours.
Really?
Trying to find
Yeah.
what it was.
It was moving all over.
It was moving.
Every dog for miles you could hear.
Yes.
Howling.
Freaking out.
The buffalo over here were running back and forth,
Uh-huh.
trampling everything.
Are you getting this one?
Yeah. That's interesting. So how close do you think it actually got to, say, this fence right here?
It was right on the fence.
Yeah, it sounded like it was right at my trailer because
Uh-huh.
that's what woke me up.
Jeez.
And I got out looking to see what it was. I couldn't see nothing. I ran inside to get my nephew to make sure I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got him. He comes out here. He's like, I don't know what that is. And I was like, get your phone and record this.
Right. Well, this is a good reason why you might have an audio recorder. You know.
The audio doesn't do it justice either because it sounds like a.
But it's the best.
It was
It produces some of
loud.
the best.
Yeah.
Hey, you're lucky you got it on.
It sounds
video.
just
It
like
was
that.
loud in real life.
Oh yeah, it was.
Like kind of wicked. It was moving so quick, but you didn't hear no brass rustling. You didn't hear it moving.
But you could tell by the screen that it
Yeah,
was
the
Well,
screen.
moving
yeah, you
around.
could hear it in different places.
Yeah, the voice, but not
You
the.
sure it wasn't like an echo? You were.
Nah, it was
No,
too
it
clear.
wasn't an echo.
Huh.
There was
Oh.
no echo.
Man, that must have been something. The following is a short audio clip that was taken that night. Remember, this was done by amateurs with a cell phone on a spur-of-the-moment thing. Hit pause and rewind a couple of times if you need to. It's interesting audio. Alright, well, that was interesting. It sounds like to me they've definitely got some kind of activity. There's a little bit of discrepancy whether it's paranormal or whether it's Bigfoot or possibly even Dogman related, but it's kind of like Jeff and I was talking about. It's, you know, the husband it sounds like he's been around some rough stuff, you know, spiritually in his past, and I don't know if bad stuff can hitchhike. You know, that's the term that's used. Maybe it's spiritual, but playing devil's advocate on that theory, you know, spirits, ghosts, stuff like that, they don't steal chickens. They don't make your dog disappear. They dang sure don't make roaring noises like a lion.
Yeah.
And they don't make monkey noises.
No.
So whatever it is, I would say there may be something spiritual there, something supernatural, but that's not all that's there. There's something definitely
There's more dogman, Sasquatch data, you know. But he mentioned one or two times, you know, he used the term demonic, you know, or sounded this or you know, or whatever. And then he goes to explain, and I can't remember if he said this on or off camera, but when he goes to explain about you know, his aunt and what they did,
yeah,
that whole story. I don't even want to repeat it, you know.
Yeah,
but
he was present for some scary stuff,
for some witchcraft stuff, and my immediate thought was, you know, well, you know, you could have something, either
following
an entity or just drippings off of the spirit realm following you, or, you know, whatever, to make you more susceptible.
He's marked. I don't know, but regardless, you know, like I said, that
doesn't mean that he's, you know, this dude is not like, you know, he's just a regular dude. He's not like he's not practicing witchcraft. He's not into demonic shit. He was around it
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a pitchfork in his closet.
Yeah. No,
but you know, when you're exposed to that kind of stuff, sometimes it can follow you, and it takes, you know, spiritual intervention to get that off. And if that spiritual intervention never took place, it could be something that's just hanging around. I don't know, but I don't think that's what's really going on. I think they've got something out there that is attracting them to the area. The chickens. She had a chicken come up missing in the last few days. She was missing one, and you know, normally when a raccoon or a fox gets in there, there's blood and feathers and everything everywhere, and you know, it's not just one chicken comes up missing; it's just gone.
Yeah,
that's just that sounds more like something's coming in and just snatching one for dinner and then leaving. And you know, you could even argue that they're not taking them all; they're just taking a little. You know.
And they one time the first monkey sounded like a monkey, and the second one was an ape sound. Well, it could be that there's a baby or an infant, and they're just like letting it over the fence, grabbing a chicken and pulling it back over. And,
right.
You know, dinner served.
It's possible. It's hard to say. But anyway, I think these people are very credible, and I think they kind of got all this stuff kind of dropped in their lap.
Yeah. And you can tell when people are just, you know, are just grabbing straws, right, and trying to come up with a story, but they're like just the opposite. There's so much happening there that they're trying to they're trying to downplay. They're downplaying. They're holding back so they don't sound crazy. You know? So
they forget who they're talking to.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoy going out there visiting with them. We coached them a little bit on some of the stuff. You know, probably try to get some audio recorders. Try to, you know, have a notebook and start journaling all this stuff about everything that's going on. Kind of keep track of this stuff, because that is a big patch of there's a bunch of sand plums right there. Yeah. But anyway, hopefully we'll be hearing from them again soon. Okay. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.